Video begins with a shot of someone slouching on a couch, looking tired. Are you sitting down right now? If you're over 50, how you're sitting could be one of the most significant, yet overlooked, factors affecting your brain and heart health. We spend so much of our lives in a chair, watching TV, reading, working on a computer, or just relaxing. But what if I told you that some of the most common ways we sit are silently setting us up for serious health problems down the road? I'm talking about things that go way beyond a simple backache. We're talking about restricted blood flow to your brain, increased inflammation throughout your body, and a higher risk for conditions like stroke, heart disease, and even dementia. The good news is, it's not about giving up sitting altogether. It's about understanding the mistakes we're making and learning simple, powerful adjustments to protect our health. In this video, we're going to expose the 5 most dangerous sitting habits that many people over 50 are guilty of. I'll explain exactly what a doctor would tell you about how these habits harm your brain and heart. More importantly, I'll show you what to do instead. We'll cover easy exercises you can do without even leaving your chair. A simple posture trick that can instantly boost your brain health. And the crucial 90-minute rule that everyone needs to know. These aren't complicated changes. They are simple, actionable steps you can take starting today to protect your 2 most vital organs, strengthen your body, and add healthier, more vibrant years to your life. So let's get started and learn how to sit smarter, not harder. The first, and perhaps most common, dangerous habit is the slouch. You know the one, shoulders rounded forward, back curved into a C shape, head jutting out. We all do it, especially when we get tired or engrossed in something on TV. But this seemingly harmless posture is a disaster for your circulation. When you slouch, you compress your diaphragm, the primary muscle responsible for breathing. This leads to shallower breaths, meaning less oxygen gets into your bloodstream with each inhale. Think about it. Your brain and heart are incredibly oxygen-hungry organs. When their supply is consistently reduced, even slightly, their function suffers. For the brain, this can lead to brain fog, difficulty concentrating, and over the long term, it can contribute to the decline of cognitive function. For the heart, less oxygen means it has to work harder to pump oxygenated blood throughout the body, putting unnecessary strain on your entire cardiovascular system. Slouching also compresses the major arteries and veins in your torso, creating a physical bottleneck for blood flow. It's like kinking a garden hose. So, the first step is to become aware of the slouch and actively fight against it. Now, let's talk about habit number 2, sitting with your legs crossed. Many of us do this without a second thought. It feels comfortable, natural, even sophisticated. But crossing your legs, whether at the knees or the ankles, can be surprisingly harmful, especially when done for long periods. When you cross one leg over the other, you put direct pressure on the veins and arteries in both legs. This can temporarily increase your blood pressure. While a brief spike isn't a major issue for most, if you have hypertension or are at risk for it, making this a chronic habit can add unnecessary stress to your circulatory system day after day. More importantly, crossing your legs can impede blood flow back to the heart. This can increase your risk of developing varicose veins and, in more serious cases, contribute to the formation of blood clots in the deep veins of your legs, a condition known as deep vein thrombosis or DVT. These clots can be dangerous if they break loose and travel to the lungs. Furthermore, sitting with your legs crossed throws your pelvis out of alignment, putting strain on your lower back and hips. This imbalance can lead to chronic pain and further postural problems. The solution is simple. Try to sit with both feet flat on the floor, knees and hips at a roughly 90-degree angle. It might feel strange at first, but your circulatory system will thank you for it. The third dangerous habit is simply sitting for too long without a break. This is the big one. Our bodies were not designed to be stationary for hours on end. Modern life, however, often demands it. You might think, I exercise for 30 minutes a day, so I'm fine. Unfortunately, research shows that even regular exercise might not be enough to counteract the negative effects of prolonged, uninterrupted sitting. This is what scientists call active couch potato syndrome. When you sit for extended periods, your body's metabolic processes slow down dramatically. Your circulation becomes sluggish, especially in your lower limbs. Blood can pool in your legs, increasing pressure on your veins. Your body's ability to regulate blood sugar is impaired, which over time can increase your risk for type 2 diabetes. This is where the 90-minute rule comes in. Research suggests that the negative cardiovascular and metabolic effects of sitting really start to accumulate after about 90 minutes of uninterrupted inactivity. That's why it is absolutely crucial to stand up and move around for at least a few minutes every hour and a half, if not more frequently. Set a timer on your phone or watch. When it goes off, just stand up. That simple act is a powerful intervention. So, how do we reverse this damage? This brings us to mistake number 4, failing to incorporate movement into your sitting time. You don't need to run a marathon during your TV commercial breaks, but you do need to break up the stillness. Let's learn a few incredibly easy exercises you can do right now. First, ankle pumps. While sitting, simply point your toes down toward the floor, then pull them up toward your shins. Do this 10 to 15 times on each foot. This simple movement activates the calf muscles, which act as a second heart, helping to pump blood from your legs back up to your chest. Next, seated leg extensions. Sit up straight and extend one leg out in front of you until it's straight. Hold for a couple of seconds, then slowly lower it back down. Alternate legs for about 10 repetitions each. This engages your large quadriceps muscles, boosting circulation. Finally, seated torso twists. Sit at the edge of your chair with your feet flat on the floor. Gently twist your upper body to the right, using the chair for light support. Hold for a deep breath, then return to center and twist to the left. This mobilizes your spine and stimulates blood flow in your core. Doing these simple movements every hour can make a world of difference in preventing blood pooling and keeping your circulation dynamic. And now for our 5th and final dangerous habit. Sitting on the wrong surface, especially perching on the edge of your seat or sinking into a chair that's too soft. When you perch on the edge of your chair, you're not using the backrest for support. This forces the small muscles in your back to work overtime to keep you upright, leading to fatigue and strain. Over time, this can cause chronic lower back pain. On the other hand, sinking into a deep, plushy sofa might feel cozy, but it's often a recipe for poor posture. These soft surfaces offer no support, causing your spine to curve into that harmful C shape we discussed earlier. It makes it nearly impossible to sit with your feet on the floor and your spine aligned. So, what's the posture trick that supports brain health instantly? It's called active sitting. Sit with your buttocks all the way back in the chair so your lower back is in contact with the backrest. Place your feet flat on the floor. Now, imagine a string is attached to the top of your head, gently pulling you upward. Your chin should be slightly tucked, not jutting forward. Your shoulders should be relaxed down and back. This posture aligns your spine, opens up your chest for better breathing, and takes the strain off your back muscles. It allows for optimal blood and oxygen flow to your brain. It might take conscious effort at first, but it quickly becomes a healthy new habit. To recap, we've identified 5 key habits to change. Stop slouching, uncross your legs, break up long periods of sitting using the 90-minute rule. Incorporate small movements like ankle pumps and leg extensions and choose supportive seating that allows you to practice active sitting. Making these simple shifts in how you sit is one of the most proactive things you can do for your long-term health. It's not about being perfect. It's about being mindful. It's about recognizing that small, consistent changes add up to profound benefits for your heart, your brain, and your overall quality of life. Start today. Pick one of these habits to focus on. Maybe it's setting that 90-minute timer or consciously uncrossing your legs. You have the power to protect your health, one seated moment at a time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this information helpful and empowering. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more practical health tips to help you live a longer, healthier life. Stay active, sit smart, and we'll see you in the next video.